Today I'm going to organize this kitchen, kind of, a little bit. So I want to dig into the Tupperware cupboard. It's a corner cupboard. You all know how I feel about corner cupboards. It's a little bit hectic in there. I don't think it'll take too long to sort out. It's just a matter of pulling everything out, matching stuff up, putting it in really nice and organized. I also want to have a go at the pantry. Pantry is a decent size. Really, again, it just needs everything to be like pulled out and put in a way that makes sense. And bonus Jonas area that I want to organize today is actually not in the kitchen at all. It's out in the laundry. I want to do the linen cabinet. Linen cabinets, if you ask me, one of the worst areas to organize. They're always chaos. I think actually, to be fair, these three areas in most houses are chaotic, and it's simply because they're used very often. Most people just don't take the time to put stuff back exactly where it goes or where it should go or could go to make things really organized and easy to find. And that's totally normal. These areas often house a lot of items in a very small area. So it's not unusual for these areas to be a little bit messy or disorganized. And even if you organize them and try really hard to keep them organized, there still comes a few times throughout the year where it's like, I think it's best to pull everything out and just tidy it up real quick. So that's what I'm doing. Let's start. There is so much more in this cupboard than I thought there was. I've just pulled out the top shelf. I think that's everything. And hang on, let me put back here. I think I will tackle this first, and then I can do the bottom shelf. Okay, so I've got everything out and I have put some stuff back in. I'm not bothering showing you guys the putting in. Like when I'm sort of in front of the opening of the cabinet, it's completely blocked. You'll see nothing. So I've just been matching things up, and it's kind of interesting because like this isn't my Tupperware cupboard. This is my boyfriend's Tupperware cupboard. Everything's new to me. So it's like playing a matching game, except it's, Tupperware lids to containers. This is what I'm left with have one here that's broken, which I assume will end up being decluttered in the future. I tried for so long to make these lids fit these Tupperware containers because I'm just like, I'm sure that's what you're for, but I just cannot get it on there. So anyway, I'm not actually, like, I'm not here to declutter anything. I don't want to do that while my partner's not here. So I'm just going to neatly put this all back in the cupboard, and then we can talk about it when he gets back. We can choose what we're doing when we're packing to move to the next place. Here's the results. Usually what I would do with something like this is I would nest things. So similar to what I've done here, nest similar items within each other. I've done that here, but I opted not to do it this time simply because we're gonna want to like go through this and decide what we need to hold on to for straight away and what can be packed for when we move. And if all of the lids and stuff are connected to their Tupperware, it's so much easier to just sort of pull out the bits that you want to pack, then quickly take the lids off and pack them in boxes. Down here, I've just put like water bottles and you know, mixing bowls and stuff like that. There's other, you know, there's sandwich breast, slow cooker, all that stuff. I am going to put the sort of excess Tupperware pieces at the back there, and that can be dealt with at a later date. Let's move on to the pantry. I cannot find a way to get a good angle of this pantry, and I don't want to be moving the camera like 20 times when I'm doing this. Obviously, when you're doing something like this, it's a big undertaking as it is, and when you're trying to film it, you're just like totally adding to the time that it takes to get done. So I kind of like to set my camera up, choose my angles, and just be done with it. But I think this is kind of hard, so maybe we'll just film a couple of shelves being organized, and then I could do the rest off camera. Also, too bright. Oh. Pantry done. So I did these 3 shelves. I'm not doing the top and I'm not going to do the bottom just because I need a chair to get up there for starters, and I think it's better if someone else does it. And down here there was some of Chris's mum's baking stuff in there, So I just thought, and it's like shopping bags and, you know, bulk stuff like olive oil and tomato sauce. So I just thought, you know what, I'll leave that. It doesn't matter. I think based on my experience here so far, these are like the most used shelves. So that's what I focused on. I just tried to tidy it, organize it, and like group it. So I've done like snacks, breakfast cereal, there's spreads, teas and coffee, dinner things like pasta and bits and bobs. There's some baking stuff in here, sauces and spices and all that jazz. And then down here we have, you know, onions and potatoes, some tin food, stuff for the dogs, some long life stuff, and a little bit more baking. And I opted not to sort of rearrange the baking sections because I'd already done that. And I was like, oh, I don't want to pull it all out again. It's just, no, this will be just fine for now. So there we go. So I've decided I'm actually going to leave it there. Just the pantry and the Tupperware cupboard is good enough for today. I would prefer to do the linen cabinet with Chris, and he's back in a couple of days. So I think it's just easier for me to leave it there for now. I'm sure there will be more videos like this in my very near future. So if you enjoy them, keep an eye out for them. Like I said, we're moving, so, you know, that comes with all of the moving involved things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.